Hey, welcome to another episode of the Machine Factory. So, I've been getting thousands upon thousands of messages daily in my email, on my phone, down below, just thousands of comments there. Yeah, maybe less. Anyways, nobody even asked me that. So, I'm just going to do it. So, in this episode of the Machine Factory, we are going to show you the vehicle that we always keep working on. You always see me doing these massive projects, these intense, very, very highly skilled projects that we do here on the Machine Factory. And I always use the Hairy Buffalo, the vehicle of choice, because it's junk. So anyways, I thought we'd do a walk around in this episode. You might as well see the project, the ongoing project. Never-ending project. Maybe someday you can own this too. I might sell it. Go ahead, leave your comments that nobody ever does. Anyways, let's take a look at it, shall we? Let's do it. So here we are looking at the front of the Hairy Buffalo. And just for the record, it's a 1996 Ford F-150. I know as you look at this, you'll find it hard to believe that it's been a Ohio truck all its life. It's just now starting to show a little bit of weight reduction in it, but it is just, is it solid. So what we got here, this is the horns. This was a project that, well, I bought the horns before I bought the truck. And I knew someday there would be a truck that would go with it. So with that ensemble, you look close and you say, are those keychains? No. Upon further look, you'll see these are the tags that they put in steers. You know, the stuff you get in your freezer. These are the tags for the steers. They're from the Farm Bureau. And I thought, well, they were so apropos in this vehicle. The Hairy Buffalo. Now, down below the bumper, you will see there's some fine 1990s customization that went on there. I don't know if that was Roman chariots. Legend has it, Roman chariots. But what we got here, you can see these funky oval-shaped, what used to be running lights or fog lights. Well, I'm gonna have to come up with a lens, maybe a Tupperware lid I can put on there. That might work. Then we had a lovely green light bar that ran the whole length here. I still got the switch on the inside, which I can show you in a little bit. I don't think it works anymore. Be looking for one of these. Shouldn't be impossible to find. Yeah, it's gonna be miserable. And here's the other one. Again, I'm thinking Tupperware lid. Missus won't miss it. Man, that Cool Whip lid might work there too. They're white though. We need clear. We don't want to make it look tacky. So as we move around here to the driver's side, you see we still got the factory wheels on here. Running the old Firestone Destination ATs. All truck. Got the fancy Ford rim going on here. I don't know if the camera will show it, but you might remember one of our other episodes where we did the 1977-78 Pontiac Trans Am Dash Prism. Remember that? We accessorized the old Hairy Buffalo with it. You see this? I don't know if the lights will show you, but trust me, this in here, rust free. Get up here, see this driver's side fender here. Got starting to show a little bit of age. Not bad. It's still solid. And there's some of that Trans Am Prism again. Down the driver's side here. Got the original door handle still. I don't know if you can see that or not, but every once in a while I get a little too close to the old barn over there, but mirror gets in the way. Down the old driver's side bed here, we got tank number 1. Yes, it still works. We'll just kind of ignore this here. And tank number 2 still works. The switch on the dash, when you flip front and rear tanks, yes, those do still work. Hard to believe. I agree. Here's our factory Hairy Buffalo label. Not really. And we check here, get to the back side here, and we can see, oh, we did some more Roman chariot customization here on the old tail lights. Very clever how they match the two-tone paint job here too. Pretty snazzy, pretty snazzy. Wonder why I get rear-ended all the time with those, because they shine so well. And we got the old bed liner in here. We got the Pendoliner. And it's kept it all nice and clean under there too. Yeah, no rust, just like the rest of the truck. Come around the passenger side here. We got the matching label here. Got the Flawless. I mean, this is OEM here. This is OEM. Come down here. You might remember another episode on this where we installed some customization with the chrome exhaust tip there. We got a little more wind. A little more wind reduction there. It's more of that fancy prism. Again, don't know if you can see it in the lighting here. You might be able to catch it. Passenger side, hey, matching door handles. Come down here, again, almost rust-free fender. Totally rust-free inside there. Oh yeah, you can see a little bit of it there. Not one ounce of rust can be had. Look at that. Look at those springs. These look almost new. See that? And that. Well, yeah, we'll just ignore that. We got another set of rims there. So there you go. That's the outside of the Hairy Buffalo. I forgot the roof. This could be another project sometime. We got one of these knockoff, probably from Summit Racing. It's not a Lund, although legend has it we could call it a Lund. But I can't find any demarcations on it, so it's probably something even more rare. It's rare, I'm sure. But we'll make this project sometime because we got some wiring that I fight with every so often. But right now, all 5 lights are lighting up almost most of the time. You can see the roof there. Yeah, flawless. The OCB antennas there, breaker 19. Got that going on there. So let's go inside. Let's check it out in here. Yeah, we gotta keep it locked. They'll steal it. They will. They'll come over here and they'll steal it. Oh, we'll get that annoying. Oh my gosh, would you please shut up? Stop the annoying. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, it's gotta end. It's gotta end. Make it end. Okay, well, it doesn't want to end. So we'll look through the driver window. So, got the factory seat here. Center console. Well, it flips down and kind of flops off and it's broke. So what we did was we decided we're going to go with the 90s theme. You know, when you partied as a kid and you had that beat up pickup truck that you took to all the parties and parked it around the bonfire or drove it through the bonfire or loaded the back full of hay on your buddies and their girlfriends and you drove it through the cornfields and lost a few people along the way. They're okay, I'm sure. Anyways, this is a tribute to it. This is the actual cooler. I may or may not have had adult beverages in a time or two. So, in tribute of the old 90s parties, there it is in the Hairy Buffalo. Swing it around here. It's got the old factory dash. Check those floor mats out. I think you saw those in another episode too. Ford, the best never rusts. So, check it out here. There's the old CB radio mounted into the dash. Yes, it works. Some more 90s flashback there. That is a Passport radar fuzz buster. It does work. Makes a lot of noise. Of course, with modern technology, it points out bank alarms and everything else. But hey, it's got it going on. So we got some power windows and power door locks. Those door locks don't work because some lug nut who owned the car before me, I'm sorry, the Hairy Buffalo before me, well, he decided to cut the wiring inside the door, and those are manual door locks now. So we'll never get locked inside. We got the old sliding back window. It does slide open, it does slide shut. Got the old dome light going on there. Not too much saggage going on. No worse than my old man sagging butt there. There you go. What we got up on the windshield here? We got the Ford logo up there. It's like a lightning flash kind of flame lick thing going on here. Ford. Beautiful mint condition windshield. Just ignore that little thing right there. That's probably spit. That's all that is. Just ignore this. This isn't. That's probably just, yeah. Got the old windshield wipers. They work still. Anyways, so that's pretty much your walk around here, folks. Oh, hey, I forgot that. Yeah, I found that at the old secondhand shop there. That is a, maybe I should go to the other side. That is a cassette tape holder for the cassette radio player that works some of the times, not all the time. Once in a blue moon, it'll kick on and then it'll just go out. Usually when it's a good song you like, it'll go out and then it'll come back on for the advertising. Got that gone for us. Let's go in here. Coming to this side doesn't ding. There's that key that won't come out. Anyways, who we got in here? Oh yeah, we got Sylvia's Greatest Hits, Michael Stanley Band, and some Eddie and the Cruisers. Unreleased tapes. We got that. There you go. See that old CB radio there and the old Fuzzbuster? Yeah. Can't go anywhere without that either. Put this grab handle on for Mama so she could get up in the old Hairy Buffalo. Found that. I believe that was out of a Honda Civic. If you go to the junkyard and find your 4-doors, go to the back seat and they'll have them up above the door on both sides. Just pop one of those puppies out. Be sure to take the trim off with it, and on the back side of the trim will be a metal plate. You'll want that metal plate to go on the back side of this pad. Then you just screw that sucker in, and that son of a gun will not go anywhere. Mama doesn't fall out of the truck anymore, and I don't have to turn around and be humiliated to pick her up. You can see some more rust-free action going on with the Hairy Buffalo here. Factory door panel there. That's right, that light works. Nothing but the best. That's right, that's Ford built tough. Ford built tough for the Hairy Buffalo. Oh yeah, don't want to be slinging mud on the people behind me. I want to keep that here in my wheel well so it rots it out some more. So that's Hairy Buffalo. Just got about, I don't know, 115,000 miles on it. Runs like a top. I don't have any dash lights on it. When I do, I just hook up the old OBGYN2 and run some tests on it and see what I get back in the numbers. Punch them into the old interweb there. See what ChatBBB says to me, and we go from there with it. And so far I've been very lucky doing that and been able to figure out everything that we've needed to keep this old boy running. Again, don't have the dash light. You've been with me on a couple episodes there. I think we did one on the AC, got that working, stopped working. Haven't updated you there, but we're gonna go back to that. I got some parts on the way. We're not giving up just yet. So we're gonna do some more on the old AC. Be back to that. What else we got coming down the pike on this thing? Oh, we got a neutral safety switch. Remember the old days in the vehicles when they put the neutral safety switch inside the car, under the dash, out of the weather, out of the snow, out of the mud, you know, somewhere where it made sense? Yeah, I remember those days. Now we put it on the outside of the transmission. Yeah. So anyways, I've been reading up on that, and if you've got one of these old trucks and you get the old blinking, the overdrive light on your automatic shifter, you know, you're gonna Google that. It's gonna tell you the truck's gonna blow up. You're gonna go off the road. You're gonna die in a ball of flames. You'll read about every other problem that it can be. So I took the path of least resistance and thought, well, this isn't going to cost that much. These neutral safety switches, they can get pretty filthy and they'll wick transmission fluid in it. I know you'll find it hard to believe, but there may be a slight trip or two on this. So anyways, if you got one that's leaking, a lot of times they'll wick that oil up into that part, into where the plug is, and that can cause the misreading. Because the neutral safety switch is tied into the computer now, so it's reading, that you're not needing to shift, or you're needing to shift, or I don't know. Anyways, it gets a bunch of crappy oil in it, and then that screws that thing up. So what'll happen is it can shift hard, maybe going in the second to third or third to fourth. You might experience that. You get that stupid light blinking on your shifter. Sometimes, I guess, these will not want to start. Turn the key and you're dead. Might have to start it in neutral. So I thought, well, let's try it. I've got, every once in a while, not very often, I mean, truly not very often, but I'll get a hard shift every once in a rare occasion. And then the light blinks. It's not I know everybody's going to say change the thing in the steering wheel, where you pop it off and have to unplug it and change all that stuff. I have cruise control that works, and I have a horn that works, so it's not that part's tied in with that, but a lot of times they associate that with that light blinking on the overdrive. So that's why I'm skipping that for now. And you know what I'm talking, if you know what I'm talking about, go ahead and post it down below. Nobody will. And I'll remember it sometime, probably at 3 tomorrow morning. I'll wake up and remember it. Anyways, so I'm going to try this part, neutral safety switch. So we'll see where that goes. Yeah, that'll be another episode. We'll lay under the truck a lot. That'll be fun. I may wait till it rains. Even better. Yeah. So we got that project coming. Like I say, we're going to take another stab at the AC, do some stuff different on the AC. I think that's about it for what we got coming up in future episodes. So I appreciate you checking in. Appreciate the walk around with me. If you stuck with me through this rambling and looking at a truck, I appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Toodles. Check out my big eyes.